It's booked. Currently, how much times? 1 and 15 minutes. Okay, and second is third one is the modal split models. Is there when if there are trips from zone A to zone B, A to C, and for the OD pair is estimated, and how much much is made by the private car and how much is made by the public transport shall be estimated accordingly. Then the type of the modal split models, also there are two general methodologies, the modal share curve and the logit models. And the modal share curve is also known. However, the logit model is more typical in the urban transport planning stages. Then the logit model methodology is a little bit explained to difficult to explain. However, the utility, yes, the state of the being useful, profitable, or beneficial function is used as the explanatory variables for the logit models. So the utility meaning the benefit to use the transport service will be converted as some some figure, and these the utilities of the each transport modes will be compared, and the modal share called as the probability to choose the modes will be estimated. Then the logit models sizes to the aggregated model and the disaggregated models. Then usually also, and the disaggregated models is more typical for the urban transport field, because the disaggregated model can be estimated from the small sample sizes. However, as a result, but as a disadvantage of the disaggregated model, then the model estimation is a little bit complicated, and the reliability of the explanatory variables is quite low. Then under the disaggregated the logit models, the maximum likelihood estimation methodologies will be applied. It's also a little bit complicated to explain. However, the likelihood functions measures the goodness of the fit of the statistical model to sample of data for given values of the unknown parameters. Now, and if there to explain this MLE, I just prepared some other examples. There are some scientific hypotheses. Then the coin flip, meaning how to like the coin will be the top over heads or not. And the probabilities might be changed by their gender and age group. Of course, it's not. However, the scientists make a hypothesis, and he collected the result from the 1 billion coin toss trials, and for each trials, for example, result is result, and the coin tosser's gender and age group was recorded accordingly. Then from this results, for example, the two incorporates the impact of the X factor into the probability. Probability of the top can be formulated in this formula. P1 Pi equal beta 0 plus beta 1 multiple x1 plus beta 2 multiply x2. And to limit the probability from the 0% to 100%, this formula can be converted like this. Then the likelihood, the two likelihood, this MLE methodology is to maximize the likelihoods. Then the probability to realize the behavior. Then the maximum likelihood MLE is to estimate the parameter so that the likelihood will be maximized. It means to explore the parameter which make the most likely actual data occur. So that in the what kind of values is applied in the beta 0, beta 1, and beta 2. And their behavior can be modeled. Is there the general characteristics of the MLE? And according to the model trial results, for example, the parameter for the basic probability can be converted to the minus 0.4, and the beta 1 and the female equal 1 and male equal 0, and the parameter can be estimated from plus 0.2, and the beta 2 meaning the age groups, and this results, so the 0.05 is can be converted. Then according to the researchers' trials, then they can conclude it. Females and older females can flip more heads later than the males and the younger groups. Of course, it's not true. However, as the result of the trials, such kind of results can be came to the according to the MLE functions. I spent the time for the very long times about and not so clear. However, this one is just the examples of the maximum likelihood estimations. This one can be such similar approach also will be applied for the mode choice behavior also. For example, then you can see someone answer, they use car, they use public transport, they use car, public transport, car, public transport, car, public transport, car, public transport. And according to all the peoples, then the travel times by bus and travel times by car, and the travel cost by bus and the travel cost by car, and shall be different. In that cases, by the OD pair, then the given travel times and the travel cost shall be different. And the utility functions of the car and the utility function of the public transport can be converted as alpha and plus beta, and for the user, and for car only, gamma shall be applied. Then from this result, utility functions of the probability of the car use can be estimated like this figure, this formula, and the probability of public transport can be estimated from this formula. So to maximize the actual to fit with the actual situations, then the specific figure of this parameter, alpha, beta, and gamma, will be estimated by the maximum likelihood methodologies estimation. Then there is some types of the logit models. There are generally three types of the logit models. First one is the binary logit models, considering the walk and other modes, private car, public, bus and rail. Such kind of binary logit model combinations also will be estimated. And more directly, multinomial logit models will be used. For example, there are three major public transport service: car, bus, and taxi. and the probability of choosing the car can be estimated like this. And the nested logit models is a more complicated situations. However, that modal travel models is grouped by the nest, and from this information and according to within this nest, the modal split was estimated, and again the modal split was also estimated. Then the structure is similar to the combinations of the binary logit models. However, in the general cases, the nested logit models is more applicable for the urban transport field, I suppose. このあたりはいいか。Then the modal split models in the utilizing the MUSEP database, which was developed in the updated by the follow-up survey. Then I developed the nested logit models applying the utility of the travel models. Then among the 5 travel models, including the motorcycle, car, tricycle, PUV, and rail. And following the three models, three models are grouped as a public transport nest and compared with motorcycles and car. And according to the information, then the two by the trip purpose, then each parameter are estimated. Then the one of the characteristics and all sample public travel behaviors are randomly sampled by the distance band matches the distance distributions of the full data set. It means that not all samples are selected because and I said for the MUSEP survey there is some issues for the quality of the service is not ensured. So the random I also not sure the random sampling was also conducted or not. So for the modeling stages, random sampling was conducted to ensure the so-called sample fairness of the sample distribution. Then from this result, you can see the model parameters and the accuracy of the models and the value of times, meaning the parameter of the travel times per travel cost. It means how much is the 1 hour is for the commuting trip users and school trip users and business trip users and private trip makers. Then the future OD matrix, and according to the estimated model split models, the future OD tables was developed and applying in the future trip demand by trip purpose and vehicle ownership groups. And from this result, the total travel demand increased by approximately 1% per year. And the motorcycles and the private car trips is growing, reflecting the share of the vehicle owning households. On the other hand, the public transport trips remain almost unchanged because the total population was also increased. Later, also the share of the non-owner household groups is decreased. And according to the zonal distributions, region 4A, south of the Metro Manila area, showing the stronger demand growth due to its higher population growth. Then as I said, we applied the present pattern methodologies. So the large trip is concentrated toward the central Metro Manila, central of the Metro Manila, meaning the Makati and Manila cities. So the very long trip distributions are shown. So the socioeconomic assumptions and the trip distribution models might be further reviewed, and this model might be revised in the future. Then the last part is the traffic assignment. Then the demand traffic assignment is how to assign their OD tables to the computerized transport network. Then there is a more typical. There are some typical approach, including the demand assignment and the incremental assignment and the equilibrium assignment and the transit assignment. Yes, and the examples, yes, the demand assignment is called as all or nothing. And there are three routes from the zone O to zone B. From this result, from this information, which route is the best pathway? Is this is on site, I will ask anyone. However, it is better to show automatically. Yeah. Like this, for example, first one, top way is just 12 minutes, and the middle one is need 18 minutes, and the lower one is 7.5 minutes. So everyone are supposed to use this methodology, this pathway. On the other hand, and there are some zone also similar. However, the travel cost might be different. And zone A, person A and person B have a different value of times. In that cases, which is the reasonable way for the person A, and which is the reasonable way for person B, is also a difference, also different among the people. For example, for person A, yes, the route 3 is more cheapest, is the cheapest passes because of the toll fee is $1. However, the travel time cost is 1.25. So there are in total, then there the route 3 is the cheapest for person A. On the other hand, person B, his value of times is $7 per hour. In that cases, the zones route 3 is not so reasonable for him because of his travel time value of time is not so high. So they are not so sensitive about the travel times, right? Compared with the person A. So for person B, route 1 or route 2 is the most reasonable way. As a result, so therefore according to the people's value of times, if you consider the person's higher income group, middle income group, or lower income groups, then the cheapest way shall be different. And of course, then the travel times is travel times is also changed according to the traffic volume. If the traffic congestion is very huge, the person might change as a pathway. So the demand assignment, all or nothing, is not realistic. What's the purpose of the utilizing the all or nothing? Is just to prioritize to the route and to compare between the grounds, roads, and expressway, and the public transport planning stage also. Then the such kind of methodology also used. If the more complicated demand forecasting model is not not prepared, such kind of demand assignment might be used. And this methodology is called as the flow independent. As the flow dependent cases, the so-called incremental assignment and equilibrium assignment was estimated, was upright. And for the urban transport fields, so the equilibrium assignment is generally used. Then this methodology is developed by the English mathematician called the John Glenn Wardrop. And he proposed two principles for the equilibrium assignment methodologies. And first one is the user equilibrium. And the second one is the system equilibrium. Yes. Then usually the user equilibrium assignment was used for the urban transportation field. And the second one, system equilibrium assignment, was also sometimes used. However, how these two methodology different will be mentioned in the later part, these pages. Yes, but this one is also I prepared for the on-site capacity sessions. However, how much are the traffic volumes of section 1 and section 2? Yes, and I would like you to ask to anyone to answer. じゃあ、ちかさんやめとこうかな。But anyway, so for example, the travel times of section 1 is formulated as 5 minutes of free flow time plus 0.1 multiply traffic volume 1. And the travel times for the section 2, T2, equal 10 minutes of free flow times plus 0.025 multiply V2. And the total traffic V1 plus V2 shall be 1,200. In that cases, so the travel times of the T1 and the T2 can be formulated like this. So the user equilibrium approach to find the point of the T1 equal T2. Then this methodology can be estimated like this formula, 5 plus 0.5 equals the 10 plus 0.5, blah, blah, blah. And then from the utilizing this result, yes, and the V1 equal 280, and the V2 equal 920. And the total travel time of the T1 and the T2 is 33 minutes. On the other hand, the system equilibrium, minimizing the total travel times. It is also complicated for everyone. However, to minimize the travel times, total travel times can be formulated like this. And you can see the last part. You can see this formula. Maybe if you run some mathematics, you can see that such kind of curve. And the system equilibrium is to find the shortest total travel times. And if this x-axis showing the traffic volume of section V1, then if you find the differential equation, and to achieve the system equilibrium, the V1 equal 260 and the V2 equal 940. You can see the value is similar with the user equilibrium. However, the little bit different. And the travel time 1 equal 31 minutes. And the travel time 2 equal 33.5 minutes. Then you can see. And the travel time is also different between the users for V1 and V2. And the people use the section 1 is getting the benefit as a 2.5 minutes of shorter travel times than people's T2. And however, the travel times, total travel times is utilizing this formula. The travel times is 39,550 minutes. And you can see the total travel times for the user equilibrium methodology, 39,600 minutes. So the system equilibrium, though some persons needs to be patient about the 0.5 minutes of additional travel time than the user equilibrium. However, the total system-wide travel times can be optimized. But this is the two characteristic of the two methodology of the traffic user equilibrium traffic assignment. And if the considering the current situation, which is more similar with the actual conditions of the urban traffic is user equilibrium. So in general cases, the user equilibrium assignment is used for the demand forecasting and traffic assignment. Then the prepared 2017 baseline assignment, traffic network, including the maximum speed, designed speed, and capacity. And this ROW is provided for motorcycle, car, jeepney, tricycle, and bus. And the travel cost, including the toll fee and the public transport fare, is included in the traffic network. And the traffic volume is assigned, as I said, as I shown. So from this result, then the traffic volumes and including the total travel times and the traffic cost will be computerized and estimated. And the information is summarized.
As the parameter of the traffic assignment, QV curve about the relationships between the traffic volumes and travel times according to the capacities. And there are the general types of the link performance functions. First one is the BPL function, which was developed by the United States Bureau of Public Roads to represent the relationship between traffic volumes and travel times. And second one is a linear QV functions. It represents the traffic volume speed relationship in the linear form. And for the equilibrium traffic assignment, the BPL function is generally recommended. And the BPL function, according to this formula, the travel times according to the traffic volumes against the traffic capacity will be estimated. Then how to estimate this parameter, sometimes alpha and beta, is with a very focal point for the settings. And according to this value, for example, alpha and beta, and how the travel speed may be different depends on these parameters. And the BPL function may have a difficulty for accurately reproducing the observed traffic volume and the speed relationships. And there are several papers about how to set the parameter of the BPL functions. So I will share in the link of the abstract of this movie. And in the developing countries studies, then the QV relationships used for such kind of macroscopic demand forecastings. Sometimes the parameters are more aggressive values according to shown in this table. For example, compared with the Japan and the United States, Bangladesh and the Metro Manila cases, there are some large number of alpha and beta are applied. In that cases, so the travel are delayed by the traffic volume, by according to the congestions is much larger, longer, or larger than these countries. It is to reproduce the extreme congestion conditions in the urban traffic in the countries. However, then they're more concisely, the parameter settings according to the actual traffic count and travel speed survey shall be conducted, I suppose.